All right, let's take a look at a couple of mock drafts that are out today. So Todd McShay, ESPN.com, has the Browns taking Garrett Wilson, and he says whether or not Baker Mayfield's still the plan at quarterback for the Browns, offense is begging for some pass catchers, and Wilson would immediately give Mayfield a playmaker. What we know, he can, body control, adjust the pass in the air, sudden route runner, fantastic speed and acceleration. The interesting thing here, Mac, is wide receiver is a lot like tackle was a couple years ago when they had the 10th pick and they went Jedrick Wills. There's 4 or 5 of them that were bunched up near the top. It's the same thing with wide receivers. So, let's see if they can identify who fits the Browns system the best. We've talked a little bit about Garrett Wilson. I think locally there's some bias because he played for Ohio State.
Right. Yeah. And I tend to agree there because, again, like you said with that tackle class, you had guys that had different skill sets and really were different fits for different teams. That's where, again, Tristan Wirfs looks phenomenal in Tampa Bay right now. But that's also because he's a little bit more of an athletic tackle. And on top of that, they're keeping him on his right side. But you look at somebody like Mekhi Becton, who was coming out that year. Guys just big as hell, mammoth of a man when it comes to Mekhi Becton, 6'7", 360. Again, not necessarily going to be the same type of fit as a Tristan Wirfs, who is a little bit more agile, but he's smaller at around like 6'4", around like, I want to say like 310, I think is the different look when it came to Tristan Wirfs and Mekhi Becton. That's where I look at somebody like a Drake London who, I think that, my problem with Drake London, I don't think that he separates as well when it comes to him on the field. And I think that's what the Browns are going to be kind of looking at and looking for. So, that's why I look at somebody like a Treylon Burks, who he's not as big as a Drake London, who's 6'5". Burks is 6'3". He's got that bigger build where he's around like 215, but he's able to move well and run well. That's why I like him a little bit better. But again, you have somebody like Garrett Wilson who can be a great route runner, but he's a little bit smaller at 6 foot, around like 195. So again, it's all of these different players that all can be great in different schemes, but you have to get them in the right schemes. And like you said, it's about finding the right fit for this team. And that's why I look at somebody like a Treylon Burks, who I think could be somebody who could, again, take some of those end arounds that Kevin Stefanski likes to run. He's done those before. On top of, just getting the ball in space for him, I think that he can make a lot of people miss, and I think he could be that guy that the Browns could need. But like you said, a lot of different receivers that have different skill sets for this team that could be interesting.